Have you ever experienced moments where life seems to unravel at the seams? When every effort you make stalls, every prayer feels unanswered, and the weight of the world presses down as though the universe itself opposes your dreams? In these times of isolation, it's natural to question whether you've been forsaken by people, by fate, or even by Allah. Yet what if these very moments of despair are not abandonment, but a hidden orchestration of mercy? What if Allah, in His infinite wisdom, is quietly aligning the fragments of your life into a mosaic far grander than your current vision? In Islam, we are reminded that Allah's proximity to us transcends physical nearness. The Quran profoundly states, "And we have already created man, and know what his soul whispers to him, and we are closer to him than his jugular vein." Qaf 50:16. This verse isn't merely poetic, it's a celestial promise. It assures us that even when our eyes fail to see His plan, He is intimately aware of our silent tears, whispered fears, and the unspoken hopes buried in our hearts. The paradox of closed doors, divine protection in disguise. Let's journey through the first sign, closed doors. Imagine tirelessly preparing for a job interview, only to be rejected at the final stage, or investing years into a relationship that dissolves without warning. The pain of these moments can feel like a spiritual test, but the Quran reframes this pain. But perhaps you hate a thing, and it is good for you, and perhaps you love a thing, and it is bad for you. Allah knows, while you know not. Al-Baqarah 2:216. Consider the story of a young entrepreneur whose startup collapsed unexpectedly. Devastated, he questioned his worth. Until months later, he stumbled upon a niche market that aligned perfectly with his skills, leading to unprecedented success. That failure was Allah's redirection. Closed doors aren't punishments, they're divine detours. They shield us from unseen pitfalls, toxic workplaces, unfulfilling relationships, or paths that could dilute our faith. Reflect on the doors that have shut in your life. Could they be Allah's way of saying, "Trust me, I'm saving you for something greater"? The gift of unexplained calmness, peace amidst the storm. Now, let's explore the second sign, unexplained calmness. Picture navigating a crisis, a financial loss, a health scare, or a family conflict, yet feeling an inexplicable serenity anchoring your heart. This tranquility isn't random, it's a divine embrace. The Quran describes how Allah fortified the hearts of the faithful during adversity, and we strengthened their hearts with patience when they stood up and said, "Our Lord is the Lord of the heavens and the earth." Al-Kahf 18:14. This inner peace is a spiritual lifeline. It's the calm a single mother feels while juggling overwhelming responsibilities, yet finding strength in her pre-dawn prayers. It's the resilience of a student who fails an exam but trusts Allah's plan, only to discover a better academic path. Such calmness is a whisper from Allah. "I am here. This storm will pass." Guidance through subtle signs. The language of the divine. The third sign, guidance through subtle signs, invites us to recognize Allah's quiet communication. Have you ever pondered a dilemma only to find the answer in a Quranic verse recited randomly? Or encountered a stranger whose words perfectly addressed your doubts? These are not coincidences, they are celestial breadcrumbs. The Prophet Muhammad emphasized, "I have left among you two things which will never lead you astray, the Book of Allah and my Sunnah." Malik's Muwatta. A modern example. A woman grappling with forgiveness keeps hearing lectures about Prophet Joseph pardon of his brothers. She takes this as a sign to reconcile with the estranged sibling, leading to healing. Allah's guidance often arrives softly, through dreams, nature, or a child's innocent words. The key is to cultivate mindfulness. Divine delays. The art of trusting Allah's timing. The fourth sign, delays and patience, challenges our obsession with instant gratification. A delayed promotion, prolonged singleness, or unanswered prayers for children can feel agonizing. Yet the Quran consoles, "And be patient, for indeed, Allah does not allow the reward of the righteous to be lost. Hud 11:115. Consider the parable of a farmer planting seeds. Impatience leads him to dig them up daily, stunting growth. Similarly, our haste can disrupt Allah's timing. A delayed job offer might spare you from a corrupt work environment. A postponed marriage might allow you to mature emotionally. Trust that Allah's clock is precise. As Rumi said, "Wait for the cleaver of the unseen. What is cut is better than what you cut yourself." Invisible shields, protection from unseen harm. The fifth sign, protection from harm, manifests in narrow escapes and avoided disasters, missing a flight that later crashes, swerving to avoid an accident, or even avoiding gossip that could ruin relationships. These are Allah's interventions. The Quran assures, "And whoever relies upon Allah, He will be sufficient for him." At-Talaq 65:3. A man once shared how he canceled a hiking trip last minute due to a fever. Later, a landslide struck the trail. His illness was Allah's protection. Reflect on your near misses. They're proof of Allah's guardianship. Unseen help. The army of the unseen. The sixth sign, unseen help and support, appears through unexpected generosity. A stranger paying your grocery bill, a friend offering childcare during a crisis, or stumbling upon a financial resource. These acts are Allah's mercy in motion. The Quran says, "And He will provide for him from sources he could never imagine." At-Talaq 65:3. A student struggling with tuition fees receives an anonymous scholarship. A traveler stranded in a foreign city is helped by a local family. These aren't random acts. They're Allah's promise. "I am as my servant thinks of me. I am with him when he remembers me." Hadith Qudsi. Trials as transformation, growth through challenges. Finally, the seventh sign, growing through challenges, reveals how hardships sculpt our souls. The Quran's promise, "Indeed with hardship comes ease," Ash-Shar 94:6, isn't a cliché but a cosmic law. Consider the caterpillar's metamorphosis, a struggle essential for wings. Similarly, losing a job might push you to pursue a passion. A betrayal might deepen your empathy. Every trial is a spiritual gymnasium, building patience, gratitude, and reliance on Allah.